know, the...
Yeah, Quasarcasm 47?
Yeah, him.
Yeah. Right.
He also goes by Hutch.
Yeah. Hutch Ogdode.
Yeah, he has another account. He's got like 2. He probably has more. All of them do.
How are your...
I think Trevor's one.
Oh, I was just, I'm happy to continue talking about what you were talking about. I was going to switch though and ask about your daughters.
Yeah, okay. Like, I was like, when I was brushing my daughters together this morning, or not this night, because she washed her hair or whatever, and I was just thinking, like, how can people do this for, like, because, like, I'm a mom with little daughters, and they were, like, 5 when this started. They weren't older.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And it's, like, ruined. Like, I mean, I'm still a mom, and I still cook, and I still clean. But, like, think of what I would have done if this ever happened,
Yeah. What they've done is unconscionable.
I will say that Terry Joyce lady, she's told me that Trevor was in touch with her and said stuff, so she gave me, if the court case comes, I'm going to call her as a witness. Because he was, like, saying I was CIA and blah, 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 blah. And then I was evil and this stuff. So it shows that he was talking about me. If he, and that he was also in contact with Thomas. She can directly witness that he was in contact with Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of existing examples of how these claims are being made, and doesn't mean they're accurate.
Are you doing okay?
I'm doing okay. It's kind of touch and go.
Are you still broken up, or are you back together?
Well, we got back together, and then he's twisting things in his mind. He started paying attention to the Cindy Gomez person who's runs the show A Mexican Crossing Lines. And she's in some kind of fight with Wes Clark Jr. and, also putting out defamatory statements about Desiree Kane, who's a friend of mine. And Arturo was really into her perspective when she started going about, Wes Clark Jr. being in some kind of implying that he was in some sort of he was some kind of op coordinator himself, which makes no sense, not consistent with,
Yeah.
So, but Arturo gravitated to that, and I was not about to, be on board with the defamatory statements. I didn't want to, get involved.
American buyout, they're really nice people,
They are, and they've been supportive of Arturo. And so for him to twist things around in his own mind that they're somehow against him and colluding against him is a distortion. And I tried to understand where that could be coming from. I read up a whole bunch about psychology yesterday. Dissociation and dissociative amnesia and attachment issues in childhood and those kind of things. So I think it explains certain things.
Like why he lashes out?
How he can overlook certain things that he's culpable for, certain actions he takes, and justify them in his mind and forget about harms. So, I mean, I think that's more pertinent to what he and I personally been dealing with and things that I've shared with you, more to the relationship issues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that way too sometimes, like, because I'm not out there putting out our stuff, you know, like, and a lot of times, you know, the problems I've had, my triggering when it comes to you, you know, is directly because of that, right? Of that.
Of his putting out information on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, you know, like, and then not taking any risk, you know, not care, and then I feel like, you know, like, that's what, you know, like, why do you know, and it's just like, come on, just, you know, like, I don't know, but it's the same kind of thing, you know, because I'm not out there fighting, you know, and I'm not out there asking people to fight for me, because, like, especially before you, like, I was asking him to just stop, and he wouldn't stop, you know, and then I was happy when he met you, because he wasn't out there doing so much fighting, you know.
I know. I didn't see.
Really positive.
Yeah, I mean, not only was and I wasn't even aware of the dynamic between him and you because I didn't know you, but I could see that what he was doing was largely ineffectual to be putting this stuff out on the internet, you know.
Yeah, like, the thing is, like, you know, I know, like, you guys don't, but the thing is, like, my court case was, in a way, well, if I should have listened to my lawyer, and I shouldn't have domesticated in North Carolina, and I would have just won. I should have just been okay with that. My mistake. I'm screwed now. But, like, it was a way for me to hold them accountable legally. You know?
Yeah, which is a very well-intentioned action that you know you were in a unique position to take. So.
Yeah. And if I wasn't, you know, bound by the whole Trevor thing, I could speak up. I could be like, blah, 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 blah. You know? Like, because it would have been over. And, I mean, it was stupid of me. Like, for the $11,000, you know, I don't know what I was thinking at that time. And so, I should have just said no, you know? And, like, I didn't think, you know, whatever. But,
yeah, I mean, it can still turn out, right? So I think you have a really strong case in that the evidence is on your side.
Not with Trevor. Like, not with Trevor, because Trevor, his counterclaim is stupid. It's saying I conspired with Raymond Johansson, which I factually did not. And saying that I gave Bradak her court case, but I didn't even have it. So it's bullshit. But what's going to happen is Stephen Biss is going to do what he always does, and he's going to draw it up again. Like, you know, like, that's like what he's going to do. He's going to, like, because it's a way, like, he did it to Jess, like, a bunch. So, like, he kept on changing it. And so he's going to, when it comes back, when it's time, he's going to draw it up. And he's going to draw it up with you in it. And he's going to draw it up with Arturo in it. And he's going to draw it up with Jim Stewartson in it. And he's going to draw it up with, you know, like, whoever, you know, but those specific and stuff. And that's why I'm asking you to, before, because at this point, you're fine. It's not, like, if you, it's not against whatever, but when you do get put into the court case, because you will, then it's too late,
Too late for what?
So, then you can't delete things, and, everything. It's like spoliation. You get a spoliation notice. But at this point, we can just, erase everything and, start, or just at least off of our...
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we haven't colluded. We haven't, we've been in contact. I mean, this is essentially a journalistic activity. You're my source. Yeah. So that, the process of doing journalism is protected by various legal statutes. So, in fact, that's what I sent you the other day is that in civil suits there are precedents that subpoenas can be denied because it would be detrimental to journalism and to society for sources to be revealed in sensitive matters. So the need for obtaining materials through a subpoena is a higher bar in a civil case than in a criminal case, where the penalties, where the civil litigant has to have a burden of proof that their concern trumps the need of society to know and the need for witnesses to be protected. So I really recommend
I didn't help you with the first thing,
What do you mean?
Any other thing hasn't been published.
Oh, the public. My paper was all my own. Yeah, you and I weren't even in contact when that paper was first submitted to the journal.
Yeah, and so that's that, and stuff. So and then with Arturo saying I colluded with him, I didn't. Colluding.
I don't think he didn't say that. Yeah, he didn't say that. I don't know where that language came from.
I don't know. Same thing, Raymond Johansson, he was with Mama, he was never nice to me. And so, it's so weird, how they put that, because, Raymond Johansson's never been nice to me. And he tried to flirt with me the one time, and I told him I was married, and I have that all in a screenshot. And, so, when what's her name always says I sexted with him, Lama says, actually it's far from the truth. I was I did say, because he said something, and I said, stop. Mm-hmm. And then I said, LOL, but only because I was feeling uncomfortable. Because, I didn't know how to react and stuff. But I was stop. Because I was feeling incredibly uncomfortable. And then I say LOL. But the LOL was because I was trying to lighten it because I was scared of him. Mm-hmm. And stuff. And so, I never flirted or did anything with that guy.